Shut up, you greasy-haired freaks. What's going on? It's Sunday.
It's fucking hot today, and it's hot in here.
Yeah, it's definitely hot. But we did turn on another fan and turned off another fan. So if it's loud in the background, go fuck yourself. We are hot, and you're going to have to deal with a little bit of buzzing in the background. I'm going to try to take it off with my fucking production magic, but it might not work. You might have a little bit of sound, especially if you're listening in headphones. Fuck you! That's for you guys listening in headphones. All right? So there we go.
And if any of you noticed that I'm a little bit fidgety today, literally, as we talk right now, my nuts are stuck to the left side of my fucking leg.
I thought you were on the cocaine.
No, they're both stuck.
Oh.
I mean, they're completely peeled onto my
At least it's your left side. You're right-handed, right?
I'm right-handed.
Yeah, so it's always better to have your nuts sticking to the left side.
Throws me off.
Hey, dude, speaking of right-handed, this has nothing to do with that. All right, but yesterday I am driving around. I don't know if I told you this or not, but I definitely didn't tell your podcast listeners, and this works better on the video for those of you that are listening. All right. I'm in Norwood, which we all know is white trash capital of Cincinnati. It's actually kind of disappointing that they're building these like nice apartments over there and like some breweries and shit.
Hey, Green Hills is catching up.
I want to keep Norwood white trash. I think we need to make that a point, Cincinnati. Keep Norwood white trash. That's what it's meant for, all right? The rest of you, black people can go there too. That's fine. But only white people that go there have to be white trash.
And black people, if you move to Norwood, you have to be trash too.
That's fine. Yeah,
it just has to be trashy people.
Yeah, just trash. Norwood is trash. Let's keep it trash.
Yeah.
Now, this guy, I don't know if he was trash or not. I'm not trying to make fun of him previous, all right?
Okay.
I pull up, and I thought, well, this guy's fucking jamming. He has some headphones on, and he's doing this. And I don't know what kind of beat he's listening to, but maybe it's on beat, maybe it's not. He was doing that while he's walking. And then I get a little bit closer, and I realize this is a cripple. All right, this guy is a full cripple, and he has to do that, apparently, in order to walk.
I don't understand at all.
He had one leg flopping one way and one arm pumped up. And I don't know if it was like a balancing thing that he did, but as he was walking, he's doing this shit. From far away, I'm listening to music. I'm like, this guy's fucking getting down. Turns out not so much.
And he had one stanky leg on the left.
He had a stanky leg on the left, and then the right was fist pumping. Dude, it was one of the coolest walks. I am a big fan of walks.
Yeah.
We've talked about the Monty Python thing, that skit, the Hall of Fame of Cool Walks or whatever.
Funny walks.
Yeah. But everybody that knows me, I love a good walk.
I do too.
And that was a great walk. Problem is, he was a cripple.
Do you think he had to pump it that high, or could he have
I don't know.
Going like this?
After I got closer, he didn't look comfortable while I was walking. All right.
There's a lot of people we work with that look like it hurts just walking.
Because it does.
John Claney, who used to work with us.
Jesus Christ, throw out names.
Oh, John don't care. He knew he walked funny. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
But when I walked behind him, I said, that's got to be just fucking painful to walk like that. And I've decided that I don't care.
It's because he was old and fat. I mean, that's, he's already beat the odds.
Why do you think when people get really fat, because this never happened to me, even when I was fat. I guess I wasn't fat enough.
Yeah.
The one thing I never want to do is be fat where your arms are way out here when you walk.
Yeah. I don't know why they do that.
Fat person arms.
I don't do that,
is it because they get, no, is that because they get like big side tits?
Maybe. I don't know. It's not all fat people, though.
No, but I think it's so funny. Their arms are literally all the way out here. They walk like fucking Fred Sanford.
I know some skinny people that do that shit, though. Walk dumb like that.
You see it more with the fatties.
Well, fat people are awful. We've been over this many a times, and you said you wanted to get to your asshole of the week pretty quick, so we'll go ahead and do that because my asshole of the week has to do with fat people.
Oh.
Asshole of the week. Do you want to go first?
And I will say that because now I'm back on keto right now.
Yeah, it sucks.
I've switched to Propel.
My son likes
because when I drink that much water, I want a little flavor. And today I've got orange raspberry. Carb free.
What the fuck are you advertising Propel for? For one thing, fuck Propel. They cost like $1 per bottle. They're ridiculously expensive. All that flavored water.
Try $2.19.
$2.19 for one bottle?
Yes.
Okay. That's stupid.
Well, I'm thinking I'll buy it by the case.
Well, we get it by the 12-pack for Anton, and it's like $10 to a 12-pack, and every time it angers me. All right, I can get that fucking corn syrup soda for $2 for a 12-pack.
And diabetes.
Well,
death, early death.
It's going to have to happen. We got to save $1 around here.
All right, my asshole is going to, it's something I didn't really want to talk about, but I feel like I have to. Something I've been really thinking about for a month. And we've brought up the issue a little bit, but we've never really touched on it. So I'm going to touch on it for like 5 minutes. Indulge me. And then I'll get to the dick and butthole stuff. Because I've got some of that, too.
You know, our crowd really isn't just a dick and butthole crowd.
They like a taste of it.
I think you are a dick and butthole guy, so every time you get off of it, you feel bad about it. When I've had plenty of people to listen to our show go, man, it's great. Sometimes Chris just talks a little too much about dick and buttholes. But then again, you've had probably people come up and said the exact opposite.
Hey,
so.
Hey, is your asshole really pink? And yeah, I get that all the time.
Is your asshole really pink?
Either way, you know, I still like to touch on what I call the important issues.
All right, yeah.
But I have two assholes of the week.
Joe Biden.
No, Brian Stewart and Frank LaRose. Brian Stewart is State Representative, Frank LaRose, Secretary of State.
All right,
the two assholes
guys.
that initiated Issue 1.
Issue 1's hilarious.
And I just feel like I have to talk about this for just a minute, just to fucking, in case you don't know fucking anything about it, we're going to tell you a little something about it.
I don't get on the fucking the
political
very
train.
hard. I mean,
but
I
these
do,
two cunts here.
These guys, or not just these guys, but this whole issue.
There's a lot of people on it.
There should be no Americans that support this.
No. This issue literally
should cross aisles.
Will take anything that is proposed by the state legislators or private citizens or groups, a 60% vote to pass.
Yes.
Not 50, which is democracy, which is what we live in.
Well, we live in a republic, but yeah.
Our government
still,
is our election.
I get what you're saying.
Electoral process is democracy.
It should be.
It should be. This is literally, and they're only doing this for one fucking reason, but it changes a whole lot of things. They're doing this so that people can't give you the legal right to have an abortion in Ohio. No, that's why they're doing it. They made a stupid law.
Basically, the citizens are going to get something on the ballot to overturn it, and they don't want it ever to be overturned. And you know, if you get a 40%, if just 40% of the country can pass something, or the state or the county or the city, wherever you're at, if just 40% can pass something or keep something from being passed, or no, it would be from keep something being passed. Yeah. That's not enough. It doesn't really represent the country. It doesn't represent the area. You know, there's always going to be 40% assholes, and that's on either side. And that's one thing these fucking idiots aren't thinking about. This shit always comes back to haunt them. I remember, I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was the filibuster thing in the Congress, where the Democrats changed the rules on it when they were in charge, and then it came back to haunt them, and the Republicans used it against them all the time. It's going to work the same way with this. Yeah. Some shit that you want to get changed, you're never going to get changed now. You know, it's literally,
this issue literally rewrites the Ohio State Constitution. It rewrites it.
Yeah, which is great, because their tagline is "Save the Constitution." Yeah. Save the Ohio Constitution by voting this in. What they don't include is the fact that it changes a law that's been in there since 1917.
I know.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's amazing. That means that in the state of Ohio, if we want change, 59 out of 100 people aren't enough to make that fucking change. This is unfucking heard of, in my opinion. This is, I'm so fucking, I read the whole fucking bill 2 days ago, or the issue, just so I could be up on it.
Yeah.
It's even crazier to me than it sounded when it came out.
No, it's absolutely insane.
Insane.
It's insane, and not one person that I've spoke to, and I've challenged a few, and granted, some of it was on the internet, and I don't even know if those people are real. I think I might be talking to some fucking Russian. But either way, just challenge them to tell me why this makes sense, even from their own ideological background. Like, I don't understand, you know, and it's a Republican-led thing right now,
100%.
But this is not a Republican ideal. You know what I mean? Like, the Republicans have never been for democracy doesn't rule. Right. You know what I mean? They've believed in freedom. And what is free about the fact that 40% of the country can keep you from getting your way, or keep 60% down? That's not freedom. That's far from fucking freedom.
It's certainly the opposite of democracy.
Yes.
And this whole thing,
it should go against every American's principles.
It should.
I mean, there shouldn't be like there shouldn't be a right or left. There should be one of those things like 9/11 where we all agree, fuck man, we got to do something about this. Yeah. You know, like, it shouldn't be a left or right thing. And unfortunately it is. And you're going to have people that vote straight down the lines without ever reading it.
I know.
And you read those signs, save the Constitution, those kind of buzzwords, and you think you're doing something right. And there are the far righties that want to get abortion like that, and they understand what this does, and they're going to fucking do it because they don't have any actual morals.
But there are a lot of Republicans opposing this thing.
I hope so. I hope so, man.
I mean, there's not the majority or anything, but the majority.
Well, you don't need the majority. You just need 10%.
Right.
If we can get 10% of Republicans to oppose this, well, that's if everybody goes to vote.
It takes away literally everything that this country stands on as far as your vote counting, because your vote only partially counts now if this thing passes.
It makes it so hard to get anything new ever put in, too. I mean,
Ever.
everybody knows that the world changes. You know, things change. Just 20 years ago, weed was looked at the worst thing in the world, and now I can smoke it on a fucking podcast while I work for a corporate entity. You know, it's like,
but if
the world's completely different. So, like, you know, we've changed our outlooks on this. We'd like to change the rules. Now, in the future, something happens, we can never change the rules.
If issue 1 passes, it's a real good possibility that the recreational side of the weed thing will never happen.
Will never happen. Oh, it definitely won't.
It won't happen.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. This thing was literally designed to keep people from having a legal abortion in Ohio, but it changes 5,000 other things down the road.
It's not just legal abortion, too,
That's
man.
That's what this was started for.
Well, no. It is abortion. I'm not saying it's not that. I'm saying, like, they're going deep in the weeds abortion, too. They're doing the, you know, even rape, incest, like fucking have the baby, you know, like shit like that, like weird shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up.
And they're trying to make this literally the fucking new buckle of the Bible Belt, and religion rules all here, and that's really what it's going for. That's what they're all going after. The Republican vote.
It's a power grab.
They're going to get the Catholic vote with the, you know what I'm saying, and that's what they're looking for.
And it's a
not only take your rights
grab
away, but now your vote will stand for literally 90% instead of 100%.
Yeah, and right now the Republicans in Ohio have the majority. That's why they've been able to finagle the fucking districts and stuff and keep majority. And we've, you know, and it's been tried to stop a couple times, and there's no success to it. And as soon as this passes, they're going to be even in more power, which is fine. I don't really give a fuck who's in power and who's not in power, but you can't put a handcuff on that power once it's there.
Right.
All right, you got to give the other side a chance to come back. You can't just make it all of a sudden, all right, now we're 60-40. Tough shit.
Fuck you, yeah.
Yeah, like, that's just, it's so fucking wrong. Yeah. And until it can be explained in proper terms to me, I can't respect anyone's political opinion if they tell me to support
and what
issue
they're giving you, the people that are for this are saying that these left-wing extremist groups are trying to come in here and take away your parental rights. That's how they're fucking...
That don't make any sense.
That's how they're boxing it all, though.
Yeah, but they don't... But they'll say the buzzwords, but if you actually ask them to explain that, they have nothing.
Yeah.
They can't explain it.
This thing is going to...
Because it's just buzzwords and bullshit.
Exactly. And all they're going to say is parental rights instead of we don't want you to legally be able to get an abortion, or we don't want your child who's suicidal to possibly become trans under the age of 18. All that bullshit. And they're trying to feed this to you by saying we're trying to protect your rights as a parent. That's how they're fucking phrasing this whole thing. It's bullshit.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
It's beyond bullshit. It's literally disgusting. I just can't respect anyone that supports it. I can't.
And for all you guys out there that are listening to this, I'm sorry for the political tangent. I didn't want to get on this.
No, I'm about to shit all over fat people, so stick around.
Because last week's podcast sucked, in my opinion. But
we'll get to that too later.
This thing is fucking criminal. It really, truly is. And you know, I didn't understand it until I read it. I literally Wikipedia'd it, and read the whole fucking thing. This is fucking insane, this thing.
Yeah.
Read it for yourself, and before you vote, read it.
And I got a message to my dark-skinned fellow friends out there. It's time to take Frederick Douglass back. All right? I got a real issue with the Frederick Douglass thing. Have you heard about this? Did I tell you about this? If you drive down Wooster Avenue or Red Bank Avenue, whatever that is over there in Fairfax area, there is a billboard, and it is presented by the Frederick Douglass Foundation. It is a black family standing there, all hanging out, being a family, whatever. And vote no on issue 1 to protect Ohio, or vote yes on issue 1 to protect Ohio families. Presented to you by the Frederick Douglass Foundation. You know, and I'm thinking the whole time.
Well, one of the key people, one of the organizations against this is the NAACP. So follow that if you're going to.
Well, yeah, this is my point. When did the alt-right steal Frederick Douglass?
Yeah.
How did they get a hold of this guy? How does I looked into the Frederick Douglass Foundation after that. It's a very right-wing organization. How did they just up and steal that guy?
I think they were mad because us whites stole Tiger Woods back in the 80s.
Tiger's part white. Frederick had no white.
Tiger's not white. His mother was Thai. His father was black. There's no white there.
We keep a little Asian. But
there's zero white in Tiger. But we took him.
Yeah, well, the Asians aren't, like certain Asians, especially the light-skinned Asians, we kind of claim them as whiteys because they do give really far in life. And, you know, we got the same basic skin tone, so we need to get a little more credence on our side. So we take the Asians every once in a while, so we claim Tiger Woods also. And I still claim Barack. I know some
Barack?
Yeah.
Well, we can both claim Barack, I think.
Yeah.
Barack, because he was half and
My
half.
point is Frederick Douglass. Now, I'm no fucking historian. I don't know every detail about this life, but I'm pretty sure he was
100% black.
Yeah, 100% black and one of the main figures against slavery and everything else.
100%.
I don't think that the Frederick Douglass of today would be a Republican. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I just can't see Frederick Douglass being a righty.
But these righties can.
How do they steal him, man?
Because they're going to say,
it should be the Stonewall Jackson Foundation said
whoever
this.
owns the rights to that name, hey, how about we give you several $1 million to go to these projects you're trying to get and let us use them
and
as
I
the
think they do have it in the, as we know, the Democratic and Republican Party kind of switched sometime at some point or another. And I think back in the day, Frederick Douglass did run with the Republicans because at the time the Republicans weren't the Republicans that you know today. So he did run with them, and I think that's why they put a little claim on him. But I'm saying to all my black brethren out there, take fucking Frederick Douglass back. Do not let Whitey have Frederick Douglass. Get Frederick Douglass. Get him on your side. He would vote fucking no on issue 1. He wouldn't say yes. Stop letting Whitey have your dudes. Frederick Douglass is man. Cool fucking haircut. Take him back.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I can fire
After your
up.
asshole, now that leads me to something else. But let me hear your fatty asshole.
What else?
Well, I was going to say
We can get to the fatty later.
All right, well, let's come up with a small group of blacks or whites that have been taken by the other side, and see if we agree on that. I think we took, obviously, Brian Gumbel.
Yeah, but
Brian Gumbel's
I think they let us have Brian Gumbel. I think he was pushed in our direction. They're just like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is they kind of let us have Cosby for a while. And then as soon as Cosby started
totally let
fucking
us
up
have
and
Cosby.
Whitey turned on Cosby, they took Cosby back.
They did.
Know?
Well, because, free Cosby, he's in jail for the wrong reasons. But I think we took, here's one you might not agree with me on, because every now and then you can see that he's still black, but we took Wayne Brady.
Well, Wayne Brady, I think it's a natural. Yeah, but I think they still claim Wayne Brady. I think they'll still claim him.
But
I think they didn't until that Chappelle skit
claim
happened.
him too.
I think the Chappelle skit won him back.
Do you?
I think he was fully gave up on, and then, now because of the musicianship, they always got to claim that. They will point out you don't see any of the white guys being as good as that song or whatever that skit they did where they would do the music stuff, and he would
line is it anyway?
and then they would do the skit with the music, and he always fucking killed it compared to everybody else.
He did.
So at that point, they would always claim him at that. Like, look, fucking the Crackers didn't do that shit. Black guy did.
Have you ever noticed that?
But he was hard to claim fully.
That black people don't try to steal white people as often as white people
They're
steal black people.
disgusted by us for the most part.
Yeah, but I mean, they never even. Do you think they tried to steal Eminem?
No, Eminem gave himself up. He wanted
But
to be
did they
that.
accept him when he went in for
More so than most? I'd probably not right off the bat. I mean, I think that's what the whole fucking movie was about. Wasn't it 8 Mile? Was him trying to get accepted into the
to the
hip hop
rap wars,
community,
Yeah.
So, I don't think it was easy, but he was that undeniable talent, I believe.
So is he
they
white or
kinda
black?
did. Eminem? Nah, he's a black dude.
He's a black dude.
He's a black dude.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a black dude.
All right.
They can have him. I got friends that are, like my friend Joe Harrington. That's a black dude. I know he's a white dude. That's a black dude.
I think he just talks and walks black.
No, everything about him, dude. I mean, I could go down the list, but some of it's stereotypical and mean. But he's a black dude, and it's
but
fine.
all the people he hangs out with are white.
That's fine, but he's a black dude. So Keyshawn. But I got a friend named Cliff that I used to hang out with, white dude. He was a black dude. You know what I mean? It just 100%. And then I know some black dudes that are kind of white dudes.
Will Smith.
I don't know, man. I don't know what Will Smith. I think he's an alien. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
He's a clone, man, like DeMar. Or Jamie Foxx.
Here's what happens, I think. I think the whites tried to take him with Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because he lives in a big mansion in Bel Air and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the whites tried to take him, and then Getting Jiggy with It came out, and they said, we don't want him anymore. Blacks said, you can have him.
Because there are certain parts of like Summertime and stuff.
He was a good musician.
Well, not only that, but like that's a classic at the backyard barbecues. They're playing Summertime. Yeah. I don't care if it's Will Smith or not. They're playing that song. They know every fucking word to it. And they're jamming.
Yeah, but they're embarrassed at Getting Jiggy with It.
Yeah, it was a little much. It was a little much. But he's kind of making a comeback. He's up there smacking bitches on stage and stuff. I mean, that's pretty cool.
It is.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know.
Not cool when the wife makes you do it. Takes away the cool factor a little bit. All right, now
Halle Berry.
Now you're kind of a bitch. Halle Berry.
Yeah.
She's a black chick.
She's half and half.
She's a hippie.
We could claim her.
Is she mixed?
I think she's mixed.
I don't know if she's mixed or not.
Her mother's white. Her mother
Either way,
is white.
Halle Berry's beautiful. I don't claim Halle Berry. I've always looked at her as a black chick. And And personality-wise, I think she's just a normal chick. I don't think she really flows into either. She's a real hippie girl. Married to a black man, I believe.
Yeah, but she's been in relationships.
Yeah, she's been all sorts of them. Nah, I don't claim Halle Berry.
All right, so do you have any that you think were stolen by the other side?
Oh, stolen. See, stolen's such a strong word. I don't know if anyone's stolen.
I want you to come up with
if you want to really look at it, we've stolen millions from the other side and put them to work.
All right, how about this?
It was not very nice.
How about this?
It was a bad part of our history.
Post Malone.
I don't think blacks claim him. He's white, dude. Face tattoos like that. He's white trash, kind of.
Yeah, but he's
not even kind of. He's white trash.
No, but his music is on that side.
Yeah. Well, he makes, whatever. But
it sells out everywhere.
But fucking, Billy Joel's music was on that side. Certain points.
Right,
you know what I mean?
One.
Like
Michael Jackson.
Alien. He's in that Will Smith, but even further. Yeah, that's an alien. I don't know what's going on there.
Everybody wanted to claim him.
Did they? I never claimed him.
No, but what I'm saying is both sides wanted to claim him.
Yeah.
White people said, "Oh, he's ours," and then the black people said, "No, here's a picture of the old Jackson 5. This guy's black."
Do you think the white people claimed him?
I think by
the time he was white, everybody thought he was just a fucking freak.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean? By that
I think
time,
everybody claimed him.
I mean, back when he first started getting big in the 80s and when he was a kid, he was a full black dude. And I don't think we ever really looked at him as a white person. But by the time he started becoming white, he was a crazy person, too. So I don't know if you wanted to claim him at that point. That's when I think he went from black to alien. I think that's its own little race.
It's so funny because I'm talking about this and that Chappelle racial draft is really fairly accurate if you look at it.
Of course, Chappelle's a genius.
Like Condi Rice and fucking Colin.
Chappelle's a genius. You know what he's doing right in his life?
What's that?
He's staying thin. Fucking fat people. All right?
Let's talk about it.
Assholes of the week. Right now, Lizzo's dancers. Have you heard about this?
I know they're all fat.
That's not what's going on. Yes, they're all fat. Lizzo's dancers, apparently 3 of them are now suing her and claiming that she harassed them and made them do all sorts of awful things, like going to a strip club and Lizzo made one of them touch a titty. They had to touch a titty. How dare they? And then apparently they had to catch dildos that were thrown out of women's vaginas and eat bananas out of pussies too. They were forced to do this as her
can't be
backup
forced.
dancers.
They wanted to keep their jobs.
Exactly. You're never forced to do that.
No.
And my basic point is, and why I think they're assholes is, listen here, you've struck gold. You're a fat bitch that's professionally paid to be a dancer.
In fucking huge stadiums.
All right? That's like a fucking porn star with a small dick. You've hit fucking gold. Be happy. Do whatever you got to do to hold on to this. Your dream as a little girl was to be a dancer, but you couldn't get away from the cupcakes long enough to fucking actually achieve it.
Yeah.
Well, now you can still achieve it. Lizzo's giving you that opportunity, and you're over there, oh,
plus free bananas.
I gotta eat a banana out of a pussy. Fucking eat those puss bananas, bitch. Shut the fuck up. You know you're hungry.
I've done that.
You know you're hungry. Just eat the fucking banana and move on with your life. No one forces you to go to a strip club.
You know what?
It never happens. And that was one of the things. The second meeting that she had, she didn't tell them. She said that they need to go watch this performance. They think that they'll learn some things by watching this performance. And then when they get there, they were nude. They were nude. They're trying to paint Lizzo as like this awful person. Bitch just likes to party, obviously. I didn't really have an opinion about her before, besides her music annoys me.
Hey, we're fat girls, accept us. That's
cool, whatever. And, and that she goes on about that. And apparently one of the girls was fired for getting too fat. There are limits. We've talked about it. There's levels of fat. You got to be functionally fat, bitch. You are a dancer.
Be able to dance, yeah.
You are a dancer. You got to be functionally fat. Be happy. Be fucking ecstatic that they're letting you be a fatty dancer to begin with, because honestly, that doesn't exist.
No, you're touring the world.
Yeah, this is like the fucking 300th best swimmer somehow won the gold medal, and you're out there bitching.
God, imagine the lather between some of those thighs.
Oh God,
concert.
Yeah,
that's foamy down there.
So, fuck Lizzo's dancers. I know this isn't a fuck you, but you're an asshole. Shut the fuck up and wiggle that big juicy butt of yours.
And if you don't want to eat a banana out of someone's snatch, quit.
Yeah.
I mean, although...
Go get a job at Office Max, you fat bitch.
Although, I mean, if we were at work and somebody said, hey, eat this banana out of this guy's ass, you'd take it legal.
I'd take it legal?
You'd
we're not at work.
She is.
No, she's not. She's at a strip club after work. She's just hanging out with her bosses. If I go to the fucking strip club with one of my bosses and he says, eat that banana out of that asshole, I just say no.
And if they say no, and then Lizzo fires them for it, then you can
get
sue.
the lawsuit.
Got it.
Then you get the
Got it.
lawsuit. You know, now you're getting forced to eat asshole bananas. But this wasn't it. This was an optional puss banana. Not an asshole banana, by the way. There's extra juice on an asshole banana because now you got poop involved.
But you know,
All right?
you know why? Some foods are good to put up there, but bananas are not.
Yeah, I feel
Public
it.
service. Bananas can break and
How
leave
far?
a big
You know,
chunk in there.
they said the girls were tossing the dildos from their pussy, and I know that's a thing.
It is a thing.
But how far? I mean,
Oh, a couple of feet.
that's what I mean. Like you're catching.
Although
it-
I have seen a girl, personally, in front of my very own eyes, shoot a ping pong ball 20, 25 feet.
yeah.
This thing had some fucking power behind it. And she just fucking grabbed her legs like a fucking cannon, man.
You know, Tim Dillon suggested that Lizzo go full skinny now. She's, you know, he said
She said she's tried to go skinny.
he said,
She can't.
well, you just fucking mainline Ozempic. Do what you got to do. But either way, you go full skinny now because the fats have turned on her. You know, she gave the fats an opportunity, and they had to be too fucking fat. I bet you that's what it is. They're just being fat and lazy. They didn't want to dance anymore. They're trying to get out of it.
There's 100 fatties behind them waiting for those jobs.
You're right. You're right. She had a whole show.
Yeah.
Just fucking basically finding the best fatties to dance behind her.
Yeah, hey, I'm looking for dancers. You got to be at least.
And tell me that show
200.
doesn't improve next year if pussy, grabbing dildos out of flying pussies and shit that doesn't become part of the show. You know, all of a sudden you're watching now. As soon as you got to eat a banana out of a pussy as part of the show to make it to her dance team,
Yeah.
you're watching Lizzo's dance show now.
And I'm eating that banana.
Well, no, you're eating a banana if you're there, but I'm just saying if that's now on Amazon Prime, you're tuning in each Tuesday and watching fucking Lizzo's fat dancers eat bananas.
Without a doubt.
Yes. I mean,
As a
this
matter
is-
of fact, if I found out that Lizzo's show had dildos flying out of pussies and bananas out of pussies, I'm buying a ticket.
Of course.
I'm going to that
Dude,
show.
I'm Lizzo's biggest fan.
I'm selling out
Because
Paul
they're-
Brown Stadium with that bitch.
My wife listens to Lizzo fucking constantly.
All women do.
Constantly. And, you know,
Go, sister.
and there could be worse. You know what I mean? When the music's on, it has a pretty good beat usually. She's not bad. She has talent. I get all that. The songs just kind of get repetitive. It's
They
all
do.
the same shit over and over again. So my opinion on Lizzo was kind of like, okay, I'll probably end up seeing her live and eventually, with my wife, and I don't dislike her. But now I'm pro fucking Lizzo. Now that I know Lizzo's out there fucking making bitches eat pussy bananas, I am pro Lizzo. This bitch is awesome. Not only
That's a
does she
good
make
asshole.
these songs that don't completely suck, but she also obviously likes the party. I mean,
Oh,
Lizzo
she's
has
a
a
big
good
partier.
fucking time.
Yeah,
You know,
she's a
I
rocker.
can't hate on that. So go fucking Lizzo. Your dancers are assholes. I hope you win the lawsuit.
Yeah, I think she probably will just pay a little bit out of court. That's
I had
how it
a-
usually works, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work. Yeah,
keep-
she's gonna
keep
toss
it out of
these.
the- yeah.
She's gonna toss these fat bitches a couple $100,000,
And
be
they'll
done with
go
it.
away,
You know,
yeah.
it's fine or
And they'll
whatever.
go away.
Yeah, they want a downtime money. The dancers get downtime money when you're not on tour. They still want it 50%.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so.
See, because I was talking to Rob Pettigrew.
Yeah, is he a dancer?
Well, no, but he, being a roadie,
Yeah.
I asked him how it worked and how he got paid, and did he get paid only for each show or whatever. He said, no, we got so much a month, and they literally get paid, at least the roadies, once a month.
Well, they were union workers, I believe.
Not everywhere, not
okay.
at the beginning.
I thought what he was doing, yeah.
He said, okay, for this tour, you're going to get X amount of dollars. And
yeah,
it
yeah, that's
breaks
pretty
out to
normal.
this amount of money per month.
Yeah.
And you literally only got paid once a month.
Yeah, that's
Now,
kind
you
of a
got
normal
some
thing.
per diem money for food and all that to spend, but you literally got paid every month. And I'm like, I'm wondering if the background bands of a single artist, get paid the same way.
I don't know. All I know is these little fatties had dreams their whole life to become dancers, and they finally did, and now they're still bitching. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, let's talk about how weird Harry Guy's getting.
Harry guy is weird.
He's weird. Let me tell you what this motherfucker is
Trying to
doing
get
now.
me to go to fucking weird sites and shit.
Yeah, but let me just tell you what this fucking guy is doing now. I almost fucking shocked when I
shot him?
I was shocked. No, I was shocked when I saw this. I pulled my car into work, and there's a certain place in the parking garage we park, and it's about, if you park in the farthest spot away, you're looking at about a 4 to 5 minute walk.
About a quarter of a mile.
Yeah.
The furthest.
He rents one of those little scooters from his car to the building.
Why are the scooters hanging out by his car?
He goes out and gets one.
You're going to have to walk further to get the scooter.
No, in the front of our work, there's hundreds of them lined up.
Really?
Yeah. He goes out, I guess, a back exit, brings the
I've
scooter
never
in.
seen these fucking
So
scooters.
the fucking guy rents a scooter. It cost him, what do you say, $3 to go from his car to the building. Okay, $3. On one of his breaks, he wanted to go get some food. He jumped back on the scooter, drove it to his car. You lazy fuck.
Wait a minute. Why is he keeping food in his car?
His lunch was in his car. I guess
Disgusting.
That's where he kept his
He
spaghetti.
only eats spaghetti.
Yeah. Well, he had a little barrel of it, and he said, I want to get my lunch. And he
Who fucking...
came pulling up on a fucking scooter.
We got refrigerators.
I know.
I wouldn't keep it in the car. It's 90 degrees outside.
Who the fuck's going to rent a scooter? It's like, why don't you just park and then fucking call an Uber to take you to the door?
I wish I would have remembered that. He would have been my fuck you for this.
He's
fuck
so
you.
fucking weird, this
That's
dude.
ridiculous. A scooter,
Love
dude?
Harry guy, but a scooter to the fucking parking lot? And I think he takes one to the parking lot, too, unless someone has claimed his.
Either way, let's not also forget who this guy claims to be. He claims that he is pounding spaghetti every day to become a fucking marathon runner.
Yeah.
And now he's taking a scooter because he don't want to walk a quarter of a mile?
We said that. Hey, lazy fucker, why aren't you walking? You're training for a marathon. I ran 3 miles already today. My exercise is done.
That's not the way that works.
No.
This isn't exercise. It's just walking to work. It's your normal day life.
A fucking scooter. $3 each way. And he probably goes back.
$3 each way, too?
That's what it cost him. I guess it's like a cab. You know, you pay this much up front and then it gets cheaper.
Dude, we got issues, Harry guy.
He's fucking taking Have you heard lazier in your life?
No, and lazy's not even like my issue with it. There's so much wrong with this.
Weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Fucking weird, dude.
And this is a guy that's out there trying to get some random puss every so often. Believe me, no girl's looking at that and going, look at this fucking guy. Maybe I can hitch a ride on his scooter.
You know, and like I said, love you, Harry guy.
Great
but
guy.
you're a fucking weird dude, man.
Fucking weirdo.
He goes Facebook relationship status. Breaks up in what, 12 hours? 24 hours?
Yeah, whatever, man. That's why you don't put that shit on Facebook for like until you're a month long.
Facebook official.
He was excited, you know, like he hadn't had a lady in a while. He was excited. I don't fault him for that, but it just in the future, there, Harry guy, wait a month. Wait a month before you put it Facebook official, because then we won't make fun of you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then at least you can go, well, we were together for a month before I even put that up. And then it doesn't look as ridiculous.
And, you know, speaking of that, fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Mark.
How come you don't have little
bitch.
taglines on there like, you know, it says, you know, I am at fucking Denny's eating a breakfast, am in a relationship. Why don't you put is eating the butt of? So for guys like me, if I got a new butt eating friend, I could put is eating the butt of this girl.
And then tag her.
And then tag her.
Well, you can just do that anyways.
I realize that, but I want it to be
you want it to be an option.
I want it to be a link. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, I definitely
want it to be blue.
Zuckerberg needs to fucking stop working on his rear naked chokes and getting his jujitsu
where
belts.
It says locations.
Focus
what are you doing?
more on what people are really up to, Zucks. We don't, you know, the movie theaters aren't as crowded anymore. Everyone's eating butt. Fucking, you want to appeal to the new audience? You want to keep being relevant? You want people to keep using your service? The youngins don't even use Facebook anymore. It's more for us old fucks nowadays.
Yeah.
The youngins ain't sticking around because you're not staying up to date.
They're all Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, if you put is eating the butt of and you can tag fucking Heather Gilbert, you know, it works. It works. I mean, I would like the next generation would be part of your stupid little app.
I would like to leave somebody's house and be able to go on Facebook and put Christie's just fucked Heather Gilbert. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or whoever.
That's Whoopi.
Yeah, I realize that.
Yeah, okay.
But the whole point is, I should be able to say,
Did you fuck Whoopi yet?
Oh, no.
You should bone Whoopi.
No, I'm not boning Whoopi.
You should bone the Whoopster. Well, just for the story, you know?
No, I'm not
boning the Whoopster. Ah, shit. Hey, I had an awkward moment the other day.
With Whoopi? Were you boning Whoopi?
No, I wasn't boning Whoopi. But, okay, so...
I'd love to see Whoopi's boobs, though, just because they're so big. She'll never show them to me. If she's not going to show them to me, she's certainly not going to bone me.
Maybe if you ask politely, she will, but I'm not sure.
So up till now, all my requests have been impolite? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I got, you know, show me your tits, whore. You know, that usually don't work. You got to be like, show me your tits, fine lady.
And whore's a relative term.
It is, and really it's a job title.
It is.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
And leave them alone.
Yeah, leave them alone. The whores, they're fine, you know. I mean, some of them are worse than others, but overall, we're not against the whores. Speaking of whores, this has nothing to do with a whore. Well, maybe she was a whore. I didn't know her that well. She was an Uber customer. So I'm out there and I'm listening to my reggae music. I love me some reggae music, listening to some Buju Banton. I pick up this young black girl, probably in her 20s somewhere or whatever. Now, you know, I'm obviously not uncomfortable with black people. I mean, I live with them. I'm married to them. I got plenty of black friends. It's not, you know, they're not a big deal. But knowing that they don't know me and I don't know them, I know the assumption. You know, no matter what, you get in the car, like, fucking cracker, ass cracker, whatever. So we're listening to some reggae music, whatever. The next song comes on, and it's called African Pride. And the whole song is just talking about being a proud African and stuff. And in my head, I'm thinking if I was a random black lady in the back of a thing and I'm with a white guy who's listening to African
Oh, this
Pride,
lady was black.
Yeah, young black chick. I would think this guy's a fucking weirdo. Why is he listening to African Pride music? All right, I don't know why, but it makes me uncomfortable. I feel like I shouldn't be listening to a song called African Pride. Not that it's racist, it's just weird. You know what I mean? Like, what's this fucking goofy? It's like white guys are dreads. You know, you're just like, what's going on here? So I just think that she has this thing in her head, but at the same time, I know how awkward it would be as soon as it came on, I start talking about African Pride, and then I hit skip. Because now she's really going to say, well, it's, don't fucking like Africans.
Well, I mean, first of all, before you do that, turn the tables. You ask for an Uber, a black guy picks you up, and Michael Bublé is on there.
Yeah.
Are you going to think anything of it?
No, but
or heavy metal.
I guess that they said white pride, but then white pride just takes a whole different meaning than black pride. So, in general, that's a different thing. And all of us about the whole song is like, free Africa, free Africa, free Africa. That's all they pretty much say. It's a dumb song, really. I don't like it to begin with, regardless of lyrical content. It's just one of the worst songs on the album. But I knew if I changed it, if she's paying it, maybe she doesn't even pay attention. She's just looking out the window, doesn't even know that this whole fucking conundrum's going on in my weirdo head, where I'm just sitting there thinking like, this lady thinks I'm a fucking dork listening to African Pride.
Yeah, but see, I do
that. But if I skip it, I know like she might also go, wait a minute, you don't want to listen to African Pride song? What the fuck's up with this dude,
Well, when I drive Uber, I always play, what is it, 100.3, mix.
I don't listen to
whatever.
The radio, so.
And it's classic R&B,
well, it's radio,
which is stuff I love, and it's Earth, Wind, and Fire, it's Luther, stuff like that, and it's standard to anybody could listen to it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I love old R&B, and so I listen to that station. And what's funny is sometimes I'll pick people up and Tony Braxton or Earth, Wind, and Fire's on there, and they'll be kind of thinking to themselves, why is this old white guy listening to this kind of music?
Yeah.
And then I'll start singing along to it, and they're like, oh, okay, he knows it, and he's cool.
You're singing along to songs with customers in your car?
Well, I don't make any noises.
Every once in a while,
I just move my lips.
Every once in a while, I'll get real high and do it on accident, and then realize someone's in my car and feel like the biggest fucking goof in the world.
But here's what I've come to appreciate about a majority, at least that I've come in contact with, of black people. A lot of black friends. We've never really talked about this, but I'm starting to see black people appreciate music, I think, more than white people. Now, in general. Now, what I mean is, a black person...
Yeah, I appreciate boxing more than us.
Yeah, but a black person, a lot of black people, at least some of the friends I have, can listen to rock and roll and say, oh, it's not my thing. But man, that guy's wailing on the guitar, the bass line's good. They can appreciate it for the musical value that it holds, I think, more than white people. I think you take an average white person and put on some real hardcore rap, and they're going to be like, nope, don't get it. Turn it off. I don't get it.
Hardcore rap is a lot like hardcore metal. And I don't think the black guys are if you put something like hardcore, like Slayer on, I don't think they're going, ooh, this is pretty good. They might.
No, but I think
they might look at it more as a joke. But
well, what I'm saying is, I think that black people in general are more accepting of different kinds of music, even if they don't listen to it.
You said that word wrong.
Accepting?
Yeah.
Oh, because they can appreciate it more. That's just my take on it. But when I listen to this shit in the radio, the Mix 99, sometimes an older black person I can see him look in the mirror and they're kind of, the fuck you know about this?
Yeah, I don't listen to the radio, so I'm always diving on that dagger. I never know what's going on. I stopped caring too. I'm at a little under 2,000 rides now or something like that, and I just don't care anymore. I'll listen to my music, but I will, like, if I know a song has a particular amount of cuss words or something, I might skip it. And I don't listen to rap music because I know that always is. And that's the thing too, is listen to hardcore rap music. I still, to this day, like, when I'm listening to music and they know that it's my music and then they pop in an N-word every 2 seconds, I don't know. I just feel like the black guy's looking at me like, what's he listening to this
Yeah,
for?
you're not allowed to listen to that.
You're singing this while I'm out of the car, aren't you motherfucker?
You're singing the line before and the line after.
Yeah. And I don't anymore. So
now, if you happen to be listening to some fucking hip hop,
yeah,
by yourself in the car, by yourself, because I've asked myself this question a lot of times, and the N-word comes through. Do you say the word or do you skip it?
I'm not going to say
I never don't. I skip it.
I'm not going to say I never have. All right, I probably used to a lot more. I think in the last 10 years, maybe since I've been with Carmen, you know what I mean? I've been a lot more aware of it. You know what I mean? Just aware that, it, even if you're not meaning anything by it, not doing anything, just don't fucking do it. You know what I mean? You're just better off not doing it.
And that's the way I look at it.
And
like,
you are just singing. I mean, it's no different than
like hip-hop.
And I might sing, let's say I'm fucking go back in the day and I'm jamming. I've wrote songs. I've literally wrote songs about raping women. All right, as a joke. I knew it was a joke. It didn't mean anything. But I'm still talking about raping women. And then it's kind of the same thing. You might say it in a song. You know you don't mean anything by it. You're just playing it with the song. But you probably shouldn't do it. You know what I mean?
If I'm listening to old R&B and the N-word comes on, I automatically, it's just part of my fucking brain now, I just don't say the word, even alone.
Yeah.
Because I keep telling myself,
you don't want to get in that habit.
I don't want the word in my mouth.
You don't want to get in that
You know what I
habit.
mean? Because I don't want, if you throw a word in your mouth enough times, eventually at the wrong time, that word could come out because it's in your vocabulary.
That's what the Papa John's guy said.
I don't want that in my vocabulary. So when I'm listening to a song that has the N-word come in, I just literally kind of skip the word before and skip the word after. That's just what I do.
I'm skipping this one.
Because I just don't want that word in my mouth. You know what I mean?
But there's some songs that I like that say that word
Me too.
so much that
Me too.
I just can't do the whole song at this point. You know what I mean? And then I feel awkward listening to it in front of black people, knowing that, like, I don't know, I like, not the ones that know me. You know, not like that, but just strangers. You know, they have no idea, and they just look at fucking old Cracker, and then all of a sudden I pull up listening to Jay-Z Hard Life Volume 3 or whatever, and he's saying the N-word every 3 words.
See, when I'm in the car with Nate loves all kinds of music.
Yeah.
If I'm listening, I'm jamming out to a song. Okay, I'm listening to fucking Kool Moe Dee or something old. I'm trying to get him hooked on, and I know that word's coming. I'll just real quick turn the volume down. I just don't want him to hear the word.
I don't. Kane says it. So
I know, but
Kane's at the point where he raps along with it sometimes, and he'll say
like
the
I
word,
said,
and I can't say anything about it.
I just don't. If I'm by myself, of course, I'm not going to turn the radio down to avoid hearing the word.
No.
But I just don't want to sing it because I don't want the word in my mouth.
It's a bad habit.
It is.
That is funny, though. That was the Papa John's guy's excuse for being a racist. Like, I used to say it like 38, 39 times a day. It's just a habit at this point. You're like, what?
But the whole point is, I think if I'm jamming along to R&B and hip hop and I'm constantly singing the word, eventually when I'm with friends, it might just pop out. And I don't even mean in a shitty racist way. I mean, if the word's in my vocabulary, you just throw it out there sometimes. And I don't want to throw it out there sometimes.
No, you're right.
So, I mean, it's so funny. I'll fucking have this thing cranking. And I'll just fucking stop when the word comes. I don't even say it alone.
But I keep my Uber mostly rock and roll and punk. Like, when I say punk, I don't mean like aggressive punk.
Yeah, you mean mainstream punk.
Well, not mainstream per se, but not aggressive. I mean,
Yeah.
you may have never heard of them, but they're not like, shit like that. It's more rhythmic and
So
whatever.
That's my philosophy on it. I don't want to say the word even by myself.
But while we're speaking about black people, take Frederick Douglass back, man.
Take him back.
Take him back. Get Frederick Douglass back. Come on, he's yours. Take him.
He's 100%.
He's badass too.
He is 100%.
He's badass. That guy, like the fucking communists have Che Guevara as their logo. Frederick Douglass is a great logo.
But
badass motherfucker.
You're gonna have some groups that say, "Well, no, he was for ending slavery, and slavery is for everybody."
That's fine.
And that's fine, but you can't have the guy.
But you're using him to vote no on, or vote yes on issue 1.
You're using him to fuck over black people and anybody with a thought in their head.
If we have a slavery, if for some reason slavery or some kind of black issue comes up and this right-wing organization wants to get behind ending slavery again or something like that, or fight for the black
then
people,
you can use him.
then feel free.
Yeah.
Frederick Douglass, all yours. If you're using them for the proper ways, but to do what that is, what?
I agree.
He fought against the Constitution. He helped get, blacks in the Constitution and helped get, voting rights and everything else. Like, that was literally his thing.
How come the whites have never tried to take, like, Harriet Tubman or anything?
Ugly. You ever seen her?
Rosa Parks. We've never tried to take Rosa Parks.
Old.
Well, they're all old. They're all dead now.
Well, no, I mean, but I don't. Was she ever young? Was she young when that happened? I thought she
No,
was old
she was
when it
old
happened.
when that
Yeah,
happened.
I don't know, old bitch.
All right, well, let's get off this and talk about my dick.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I guess.
No, I mean, we've done our political
No, we can
rants.
get off that, but why are we talking about your dick?
Because I have something.
You got something to do with your dick?
I bought something.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. I'm liking it. I didn't think I would when I bought it. I saw it on a fucking website and said I got to have it, so I bought it. I told you 6 months ago I bought a cock ring.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved everything about it, but it was a really simple, routine cock ring. Over the dick, under the balls. That's it.
So you got like a fancy Hello Kitty one?
I got a fancy Hello Kitty cock ring. And I don't know. This one's... I haven't had sex with it on yet. And I don't know if it's going to hurt or if it's going to feel good. But this thing is about that long. You slide it over the base of your pee-pee. 2 silicone fucking things on the back that go around each nut, and the whole fucking sleeve of this thing is covered with these bumps.
Okay.
So the girl's supposed to ride you with it on. The bumps are supposed to hit it, and she's supposed to go through the fucking roof. It's not exactly comfortable.
No.
But I want to see the faces when they're riding.
Okay, you haven't got it yet. You haven't tried it out, or you haven't anything.
No, I ordered it. I haven't tried it out yet.
Hey, when that gets tried out, maybe the older fella should come and give a little.
Well, he will
talk about it. Yeah.
But I mean, I just want to see. I mean, I want when I'm having sex, half the fun of it to me is just watching their face.
Watching their face.
Well, I can tell. I can tell. Hey, this is good. I mean, it turns me on if they're turned on.
I get it's a turn on, but you said fun. I don't know. When I think of fun, I think of like cotton candy.
Well, because if I look at their face and they look bored, I try harder.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the goal.
You get a better pump on.
Yeah, I guess. But this cock ring here cost me $19.
Oh, Jesus!
Is
that an expensive for a cock ring? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the other one.
I don't know the price points.
The other one was $4.
Yeah,
it's $19 for this cock ring.
Yeah,
and I only got it really for the rubber bumps. I don't know if I'm going to feel really good with this thing going over each nut. I don't know.
I've only used a ring pop, so I wouldn't know. And all it did was make a pussy stinky or sticky, not stinky. God damn it! I ruined the joke.
I can accept it.
That's fine. I'm not much of a talker.
So, hey, while we're on the subject, emails. We're still waiting for more.
We love emails.
We're fucking asking you motherfuckers to... We had, what's his name? R. Feldman or whatever?
R.L. Stein?
No, R. Feldman.
R. Feldman, yeah. Feldman read us in. We haven't heard from the Nazi in a little while. We haven't heard from Get Pussy. We haven't heard from Harry Guy. Harry Guy told me he was working on an email. This guy apparently... spends a month writing them. I don't really understand that. But, he's busy taking scooters.
And sometimes his emails are a fucking scooter, man.
Yeah.
What a fucking weird dude.
I don't know. He might be gay.
All right, now this Does That Make Me Gay is very simple. And it happened because of a message that I received. Mm-hmm. Okay? First of all...
Will you suck my dick? Circle yes or no.
God, I hope I know how to spell those two, because I circled one of them. I got a message from one of these weird fuck sites. Okay?
Fuck sites.
Hey, how you doing? Want to meet for a drink sometime? Okay? Full disclosure, I am a post-op transsexual. Okay?
No interest.
Trans-friendly here.
But not interested.
Sent pictures. Looks totally female. Looks like a fairly hot girl.
Whoa. Post-op?
Post-op.
You got post-op pussy pics?
There's a vagina there.
You got pussy pics?
Didn't send me a pussy pic. Just send me boob pics.
Dude, I need to see this pussy. I've never seen a real... I mean, I guess I never even Googled it. I don't want to. I want to see one.
The vagina looks very similar. Penis, not at all. But I said, sorry, not my thing.
Yeah.
Here's the question, though. Does that make me gay?
For looking?
If I went and fucked her.
Post-op?
Totally post-op, and this person has...
That's like that's a philosophy.
But that's why I brought this one, because...
That's literally, that's not even like a, does that make me gay? That's literally like, what's my... And I'm going to be...
I'm not going to leave it that easy. Does that make me gay?
Okay.
I said no, by the way, because it's just not my thing, but...
You said no because it's not your thing, but you didn't say no. Does that make you gay? You're probably going to give your answer after I give mine, I imagine.
Yeah, you go first.
That sucks. Because I feel like this isn't just like a, does this make me gay? It's literally a question of how I view the whole gender thing that's going on these days, and I guess has always gone on. We just didn't know much about before stuff. And that's such a tough one for me, because as a 42-year-old dude, I'm honestly still undecided to a certain extent. I'm not on what I believe as far as the end results of that part of it is. I mean, of like, does that make you gay part? Like, I will call you a female. You are a female to me from here on forth. But the attraction part, as a dude that just does not find any kind of attraction in that personally, I don't know if that's because it's a straight thing or what. Like, I don't know if I'm not attracted to them because I don't find them attractive as a female, or is it because I just know that they used to be a dude and I don't know. I just know that it doesn't exist. You know, there is no attraction. It doesn't work. Fuck, man, that's a toughest question because it's too serious for honestly.
Well, see, with me,
usually this stuff isn't serious.
Having a trans child, I kind of felt bad.
When you break this down, this is a real serious question, and that's not what this fucking segment usually is. So I wasn't prepared.
And her husband.
You know what? Was that a thing?
No,
it was going to be a transsexual cuck?
No.
At that point, then I might be in just for just to see this guy.
Flip it.
What? Flip it.
A
dude,
female to male
yeah,
says, "Can I suck your dick?" There's a penis there. Weird looking penis.
Gay.
That makes it
I don't
gay.
know why. That's easier.
That was born female.
I know.
That person
I
was
know,
born
but it was
female.
easier to answer in my opinion.
It was, wasn't it?
I don't know why.
See, me being the father of a trans person.
Maybe that's the problem too. And we've
I
always
question
had this,
myself.
And we've always had this in general, where I know gays and gay men and gay women. Gay men, in my opinion, have always had it a little bit harder. You know what I mean?
I agree.
They get picked on a little bit more. People usually tend to let lesbians slide. Now, granted, I'm sure they get their.
It turns the weirdos on.
Well, I'm sure there's the abuse, the dyke, that kind of thing. But at the same time, they don't get it as much as the gay guys. And
Not even close.
I gotta feel, I think, and I'm not positive about this, but I would imagine that kind of is the same in the trans community, where the female to males don't get the same kind of shit as the males to females. Now they're still gonna get the shit, and it's still not like everybody's just like, oh, cool. But I just don't think they get as much shit.
Well, no, because when they transition from female to male, they can totally pull off male.
And you're
any male to female. You're still going to see man in there. No matter what you do, you're still going to see masculinity in the face and part of the body. And it's going to be there. There's
still something, I think, that's just in dudes in general, where we're with the guys to girls, where we're like, you're cutting off your dick. We can't imagine in any world how cutting off your dick could be an option. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you're going through, that's not an option. Like, it just doesn't make sense to us. Like, we've all been depressed. I've never been like, oh, I'm cutting the dick off. This is going to solve it.
I agree.
So it's just hard to relate as a man to that. So I think we have a harder time getting over it at the same time.
Right.
Where the girl, you're like, hey, you're getting a dick added to you. Good luck. Like, it's done. And
my answer to
they
this
have to get their
question
tits
is
taken
no.
off. So that's different. My final answer, and I was going to get to that. I am going to go with no. I am going to go with no. That is, they are at that point a female, and I am just personally not attracted to that thing. Just like I'm personally not attracted to Lizzo's fat dancers. All right, I look at it the same way, and I feel like that's the morally correct way to look at it.
That's how I look at it.
And I don't. But I will admit that I struggle with that, and I hope that the future generations maybe don't struggle with it as much. And I know the older generations than me struggle with it probably a hell of a lot more than I do.
You know what would help people? You know what would help people a lot not to struggle with this?
If everyone goes, fuck's a tranny.
No, if everybody votes no on issue 1.
Well, they should just do that in general.
Yeah.
Unless you're
But no, like I said, as a dad of a trans person, I thought to myself, well, I've got to be completely accepting and all that. And I am 100%. Like you said, it's a female. You're a girl. Mm-hmm. Treat you just like a woman. But the sex part, no, I'm not there.
It's just, I'm just not interested.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain it. It's just not, it's not me. But listen, I'm not into girls with fake tits. I mean, I could probably, I'm going to justify it now. I'm not into post-surgery people. Sorry.
I like fake tits.
I know you don't mind, so it's a little bit,
mind.
You got a harder fucking wall to climb than I do. I'm already there. I'm already there.
Who would be an uglier trans person? Matt or Jeremy Conrad? Which one do you think, after all the procedures and all the surgeries, can pull it off better? Matt or Jeremy? So we'll go Jenny or Mandy. Those are their new names.
Mandy's going to look more feminine in the end, I think.
You think?
Yeah. Jenny has more of a rough face. You know what I mean? Like Matt's he's got a handsome...
Mandy?
Yeah, Mandy has a handsome face that can be turned into a female face. Yeah. Where I just can't see. Jeremy's a little bit more rough around the edges. Jenny is a little bit more rough around the edges. So
yeah, but Jenny's got that hair that can eventually do this.
Well, the hair's already there, so you can imagine it easier. You just never seen Matt's hair growing out. But Matt, if he grew his hair out...
Mandy?
If Mandy grew the hair out, Mandy Manny's kind of looking like Sherry. Manny's got like 80s hair. You know, if it's grown out because it's naturally curly and looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
So if that hair gets long, that's going to be, you know, that's going to look funny.
That's my question of the day. For all those of you that do happen to know these two guys, who makes a better woman, Matt or Jeremy? I want to know.
Yeah.
I think I'm going with you on this.
Yeah.
On Mandy. Because
I think Mandy can make a better looking lady.
I think with a little bit of makeup and, some good hair, Mandy can pull it off easier. Mm-hmm. We won't even bring Nancy into this.
Nancy?
Nate. We won't bring
Nancy Nathan?
Yeah, we won't bring him in.
Nancy Nathan.
No, just because I just don't see that.
No, his beard's too thick and it's been there for too long.
Way too thick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Mandy.
And he's balding.
Yeah, bald women are not hot.
Nah, bald women aren't hot. We know a couple.
I have trouble with that.
Yeah. All right, what's up next for the show? What do we got going on here? We're about an hour in, though. We can probably get into the closing segment.
We can, but I want to do this. I want to kind of take a little poll, and we've tried this before. All I'm asking you to do here is signify by... I'll even put a post on Facebook. I'll make a Facebook poll. I want to know if we were to get this Zoom thing up and running, where we're trying to do this Zoom kind of guest thing where you can get guests from wherever, if they have the app on their phone, would you consider being a guest on this? So I want to know how many people would say, yeah, I'd do it if I didn't have to drive all the way there.
I think Ronnie Carter's definitely one. I think we can get Ronnie on the show.
I think we
quite a few people, and then people we don't know, of course. We need to get that together. God damn, I wish I had a fucking nerdy production friend that could come over and help me with this kind of stuff and just do it so I don't have to, because I get so much time in my life.
We're not looking for somebody that can be here every week. I mean, somebody that can help us get this set up. If you're a computer nerd and you can help us set this up where we can pull it off, because it's a certain program and all you have to do is download the app and you can literally put some headphones on and we can have a guest from a different country or a different fucking house, wherever we want. We just have to know how to do this. So if anybody's a techie nerd, hit us up. We need your help.
Come on, nerds. Get it together, nerds. All right.
Yeah, we're about there.
We are.
All right, I've got to name your price, and it's very timid this week because I actually saw a thing about it. I was watching a thing on Netflix. This thing popped up, and I said, well, I'm going to turn it on to one of us. Mm-hmm. Name your price to be a nude model for an art class. These people are basically getting paid like $50, but they've all got usually better bodies than us. Your price is there's 50 college students in these art classes, and you have to go a few times a week.
A few times a week? Like this is a job? Like this is your...
No, let's say you go 2 or 3 times a week and it's an hour-long class, but you have to completely get naked and go into whatever pose they tell you to go to. Like, hey, this time you're just going to be standing here like this, butt fucking naked. Or next time you might be bent over a little bit like thinking or whatever. Whatever they want to sculpt or paint or draw that day, you're their guy.
Well, hopefully they're in the drawing hemorrhoids.
The whole point is you don't know what pose you're going to be till you get there. The class is an hour long. How much per class are you going to charge to do it?
Per class, hour long. I would make it... Ooh, yeah. Per class, hour long?
Yeah. And, if it's acceptable, they put you in the rotation and you get used a couple times a week.
Oh, 2 times a week?
Let's say 2.
$750.
Per class.
Yep. 2 classes a week, $1,500. That's my full-time job, and that's all I have to do.
2 hours a week. That's all you'd have to do. But I don't think a college can afford that much money.
Tough shit, dude. I'm an ugly fuck.
The whole point is
you
have to try to name your price to make it work.
Well, it worked
You can't
for me.
say, hey, school, give me $1 million.
I didn't ask for $1 million.
$750 though?
That's a lot of money, dude. I ain't showing my little pecker for free. This isn't going to happen. I'm big, fat, fucking gross. Like I said, you want to look at my fucking hemorrhoids? This is going to affect my life, all right? I'm going to feel bad about my life most of the time. I might even have to start exercising more and stuff just so I feel better. Now I got to put extra time into this.
You're not allowed. You have to look like this.
Oh, well, that's an issue in general.
I'm going to go... I was thinking the same thing as you. How much for me to be able to quit my job? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go $500 a class.
Oh, come on, dude. You did $250 less and you got a bigger dick than me. That you should be...
I'm going $1,000 a week cash.
Yeah.
And I will leave my job. But believe me, hey, let me tell you something.
It's only $52,000.
I lost a lot of weight.
It's not a lot of money.
I'm not much to look at naked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess $52,000, and then you Uber part time.
Yeah.
You can make enough.
You can Uber a lot more than part time if you're, if I'm only working 2 hours.
I would never want to do it more than part time.
I mean, I'd make my first
kill
pose
myself
like this.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you have to be hard in these things. Hey, today we're doing the male erection. Rub it, get it hard. Whatever they tell you to do, you're doing.
My hands don't work that day.
Oh yeah, then no 750 for you.
No. Jenny rubs it.
You can't molest the
I didn't
students.
say molest, dude. I would ask politely.
Come over here and rub the fat model's dick.
Please. You just had to end with please.
I'm going $500 because $1,000 a week.
You're awfully demanding. Don't say come over. You say, could you come over and rub the artist's dick, please? There, see, I mean that.
You're not allowed to call yourself the artist under any circumstances. Yeah. You are not the talent there.
I'm the talent.
Okay, no, you are not the talent.
Oh, model.
Hey, Jimmy, what are you having problems with? I can't get his tits right. The nipple's still pointing up.
You got anything whiter? I can't find a white enough shade for that belly.
I can't get the tits right.
Well, that fucking stretch mark doesn't look proper right there.
Does this look like a turtle shell to you?
Is it that cold in here?
Now, I would imagine if you're, let's say, Cody, who's got a nice body, you'd probably go a lot cheaper.
Cody's doing this for $10. You're buying him a pack of cigs.
Yeah.
Cody will do
you're
it.
Right, but I wanted to address it to
Cody
people
does it for fun
with imperfections like us.
I think if you drive past his house at the right time, he's just doing it in front of the window anyway, just so everybody can see. Because he's got to get that big cock energy out somehow.
So mine is 5. Jason 750. What's yours? Tell us, how much would you charge to be a naked model? And I'm talking sometimes your legs are wide open. We need to get a good shot of your balls and your taint. Because that's what we're drawing today. Whatever they tell you to do, you got to do.
So did you
With the exception of you don't have to fuck this grapefruit or anything like that. It's just poses.
Yeah, no fucking grapefruit. Did you listen to the whole Mickey Rich podcast?
Not all of it.
Not all. You didn't even make through. And did you watch any of it?
Yes, that's how I was doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched yet. I want to watch just to watch your reaction. You look so disgusted through most of that.
It wasn't disgusted. I love Miggy, but he wasn't letting us finish a sentence.
Disgusted.
Oh, no, I wasn't disgusted. I was just, we couldn't finish a sentence. He wouldn't allow it.
As Nathan pointed out there, maybe it was Matt, I don't remember. Someone pointed out this week, he's like, you guys do kind of have guests on and then just want to talk the whole time. And then, not about what they're there for or anything like that. He's like,
but half of our guests aren't there for any reason. They're not here to promote a movie or an album.
Well, Mickey Rich was here to promote his tour.
Not when he first got here, he wasn't.
He wasn't even Mickey Rich.
We said, who are you going to be today? And then, I got a song for you. And he brought that in. The whole point is, as much as I love Mickey, he wouldn't let us say hello.
Okay, let's go. Let's say what happened last week. So last week was a weird one. I agree. Like when I left that podcast last week after it was done, first thing I seen when I saw Chris again, because Mickey was still here, so I didn't really talk about it when Chris was leaving. I didn't really talk about it with Miguel. And then as soon as I saw Chris when I got to work, I'm like, that fucking sucked. And you right away agreed. I think you were already telling other people how bad it sucked at that point.
I was telling myself that on the drive there.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, well, we're in agreement that sucks. Okay. You even said, well, let's not even put it out. And I was like, there had to be redeeming moments in it. We're putting it out. We put out the good and the bad, whatever. That's kind of the thing I like about this podcast is we don't edit. We never fucking edit.
No, we don't.
This is pretty much. I know it's not live when you're listening to it, but it's recorded live. We never go back and fucking change anything unless it's something that would get us fired. But that's happened, or someone else fired. I think Nolan said some shit that would have got him fired. Now he ended up getting fired anyways on his own accord. But either way, we weren't going to be the result of that.
Right.
So we've done it that way, and it's usually other people. There was once where I said something bad, I believe, about your mom, and you didn't want your sister's feelings hurt. I get that. I think we erased that. But outside of that, we keep this podcast pretty much flowing. So I was going to release that no matter what. Now, the next day, Mickey was supposed to hang out with me and Adam that night. Now, Adam lives in New York. That's, probably my best friend, one of Mickey's good friends. Together, we were all in bands together for a long time. We always hang out. And Adam don't come into town all that much, maybe twice a year.
You guys all sang the Raping Women songs together?
Yeah. Well, I sung them, and they play guitar and drums. And Adam sung some stuff, too, and played some. It's a good song. Yeah. It's a good song. It was, it's not just raping. She was being annoying.
But did you steal the idea from Brad Neal?
No. He was singing about other people and then punishing them.
Well, yeah, but it was about rape.
Well, there's many things about rape. You don't just get to hold it. I mean,
musically, he's one of your heroes, though.
No, not really. Bradley Noel, I like Sublime. I wouldn't call him a hero at all. The guy stole pretty much everything he did from reggae music.
Admittedly, though.
Well, yeah, no, that's fine, but that's hard for me to call someone their hero when I know they were just copying other people.
Yeah.
But not to say I don't
what
like
I
the
liked
songs.
about him is he admitted it. Yeah, I took this from
No,
this.
I got no issue with the dude. I like Sublime. There's a lot of people in my generation, especially my generation of the counterculture punk kids, that completely don't want anything to do with Sublime. That's college frat boy music to them. Like they when they got
the popular stuff was, but
exactly.
Don't listen to the other shit.
No, exactly. But I'm just saying, and the music didn't really change that much. They just all of a sudden got popular with that crowd, which is whatever. I never really try to take against the musician over, the way their music was taken or where it went. Like whatever, that has nothing to do with it. But I understand that is a thing. I'm one of the few, is what I'm saying, of my crowd that will admit to even liking Sublime. Most of them will be like, ugh. I still like Sublime. I wouldn't call him a fucking hero or anything. What was I talking about?
You were supposed to meet up with Adam.
Miggy, yeah. So he ditched us that night. That was his birthday also. And he ditched us. And the next day he told me that he passed out as soon as his podcast was done and didn't wake up till noon the next day. Now, he still claims that he only had the 2 beers and then the third beers, which is really, they were 12.5s. So let's break it down.
Took a big pull off that Makers.
Well, okay, a big pull off the Makers, a full beer, and then 2 12.5s, which is basically, 4 beers?
Yeah.
So he basically drank 5 beers and 2 shots, and...
Yeah, there's probably more.
Yeah, and about 20, or probably about 45 minutes or so. So I guess that'll give you a buzz, but not enough to be that fucked up, I thought.
Yeah.
But either way, he apologized for it. He said he was too fucked up. You made him awkward because you were talking about the drugs, and he thought his mommy was going to see it, which I think is fucking hilarious to begin with.
I love Miggy. I don't want to make him awkward or anything.
Yeah.
I just, I was waiting for that podcast to start in any kind of flow, and it never did.
No, it got, there was, I thought the first 40 minutes there were some funny parts to it, and it kind of played into his character. Remember that last show he would interrupt us a lot, too. His whole character is like, I'm the shit. What the fuck? Who else is talking about anybody but me?
And we did do background on one of his
and the song was hilarious. It was fucking whatever. And that song, for what it's worth, it was stuck in my fucking head all week. I was just all week going skinny dipping
with you.
That's the second part. You do that and then you do it again and then with you. So the song got stuck in my head for a week. There was parts of that podcast I did enjoy, but it really fell off the rails the last bit. And then we did, like I told you personally, that we did a Name Your Price featuring cancer, and he has a close family member that has cancer. We didn't know it.
I didn't know.
I forgot in the moment. You don't know it all. So, of course, that would make it a little bit fucking awkward.
It would.
And he wouldn't answer the question. You're like, yeah, a real fun podcast when the guest won't answer the questions. You know? And in retrospect, it's like, ugh, gross.
I'm going to say this. I still think it sucked. It never had a flow to it. And, okay, like half the time when we start talking about stuff, we'll bring up a subject and you think, hey, this subject's not going to be funny. And then all of a sudden, we'll put a spin on it. Then we'll fucking totally detach what we were talking about and bring something else into it, make it funny. We didn't have that chance last week. We had no chance. We started talking about anything.
Yeah, but that's
I love Miggy.
That's Miguel Buzz, though. That's Miguel Buzz. When Miguel has a buzz, he does not let anybody else control anything. All right, he wants to be the center of attention, and he is, it should be all about him. And it wasn't going that way for him. He had a little of a buzz. I was going to cover for him. I was going to tell everybody that he was on a bunch of mushrooms, and that's why he was acting all weird. But he don't want his mom to think he does drugs, so we'll tell him the truth. He got a buzz off 2 beers and acted like a weirdo.
I guess then, if there was a disgusted look on my face, which I really didn't.
Oh, there was. I need to watch it, but I saw it live a couple times.
I waited. I guess because Miggy's going to talk for a while. Okay, that's cool. I waited for him to start flowing into something, and that never happened either. He was talking about 30 different things at one
I don't know. The whole thing, we couldn't get the fucking thing started because he couldn't send us the audio thing. Then when we got it started, you guys started bitching about the fucking mics, which were perfectly fine, but you're just hearing them funny in your headphones.
Oh, yeah, blame me.
Well, they got it right off the bat. It was off the rails, and then we never really got started well. Hey, but you guys listen and tell us. Well, did it suck or did it not? I'm not sure. Tell us about Skinny Dip and tell us how that song went.
That could be a hit.
Let's just say that we've kind of steered it in the wrong direction, but we had it thrown at us. We didn't know we had Miggy Rich on the show. We thought we had Miguel. I was going to ask him cooking questions and shit.
Me too.
You know what I mean? I was
prepared with those.
I was actually going to get into like his cooking career and stuff because I know has a pretty interesting career and he's done some cool shit with food. So I was going to get into that, and then last second, Miguel wouldn't even tell me what the fuck he was doing or who he was going to be on the podcast because he has 5 different personalities, and he didn't tell us till we were about to hit start, and then all of a sudden he was Miggy Rich.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I guess we're doing a podcast with Miggy Rich.
Chef Miggy. That's who I had questions for.
Exactly, me too. So we weren't prepared.
Hey, how come I fucked my steak up in the flat iron skillet? Don't talk about that. Fuck you. Skinny dippy. You know what I'm saying? It's like threw me off totally.
Well, we talking about buttholes.
And I'm like, we don't prepare for the show much, but I was a little prepared for some cooking questions.
I was prepared to not do Miggy Rich because he wasn't committed to it, and then that's who showed. And he didn't show up with racing stripes magneted onto his fucking car.
No, I don't know if he has them anymore.
Well, I'm sure he still has them because they're magnets, but he don't put them on his new car.
No.
But then again, you might not want to draw attention if you're driving around drunk. So
well, that's a pretty good
there is
idea.
that. All right, well, let's get to this and get the fuck out.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
All right, you got to fuck you.
I gotta fuck you.
Fuck
Don't know the guy's name.
Fuck him. That's the best.
Fuck you on Woodsong Drive, who had a yard sale. Now listen, I stopped at this yard
Got
sale.
a yard sale issue.
Okay, I have a yard sale issue.
That's
Fucking-
white. Just saying, that's a white trash tendency.
You know what? I'm one of those guys that I like yard sales because I might go to it and see something. My whole house is decorated in music. You know what I mean? Rock and roll, R&B, whatever. I got some reggae up in there.
Reggae.
It's all artists. It's all musical artists. Some paraphernalia, stuff like that, memorabilia, all kinds of stuff. So I keep thinking that one day, hey, I might go in there and, hey, there's a really cool fucking, Elvis fucking 45 that I could frame and put. I look for stuff. Okay, so I see this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's got these shadow boxes. Okay, and what a shadow box is, it's like a frame, except it doesn't have any glass. It's got glass over the front, but it's deep. You don't put a picture in there. You put something that sticks out a little bit in there, and then you cover it. And just last week, I got some really cool. I got some old tour books from the Doobie Brothers 1978 tour and a 1975 Rod Stewart tour.
Mississippi Mo gonna keep on shining.
Yeah, but these are really cool. They're actually the tour books that they put out that year. Pictures of their tour and where they were going, and it's cool stuff if you have music all over your place. So he had these 3 shadow boxes there. I said, "Fuck, that's what I want." And he had $4 on each one. $4. I had a $10 bill on me. I said, "Hey, I'll give you 10 for all 3." He said, "No. Prices are firm." There's no such thing as firm prices at a fucking garage sale.
Disagree.
You can't say firm.
You can.
$10. I said, "I got a $10. Can I have all 3 of these?" No, you can't. And I was not going to give him 10 for 2 and have the price go up on me. The whole point is,
You didn't have $2 change?
I didn't ask. I was so pissed off at the no that he wouldn't fucking come down on. 3 of these for $12, and I said, "Here's a 10." And he said, "No. You do not fucking say no at a garage sale." "Yeah, I'll take that. Fucking give it to me. You're trying to get rid of your junk. You're selling your crap because you look like a fucking hoarder, and you're getting rid of the shit that you haven't used in fucking 10 years. Okay, here's a fucking dresser that came over on the Mayflower. The fucking thing looks so antique that nobody wants it.
But somebody money, dude. It's on the Mayflower.
But somebody will give you $5 for this piece of shit. I offered him $10. I didn't say I'll give you $2 each. I said I'll give you $10 for all 3, and he said no.
It seems like a fair price.
So it does when you're asking for a
Just
piece.
saying.
So at a general principle, I went, "Really? No, price is firm. Fuck you," and I left.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand your anger at the issue, and I do believe that he does have the right not to haggle at his own prices.
I didn't have any more cash.
That's fine, but he didn't have the right. He didn't have to tell you yes. He could be firm. There's no rules that you can't be firm at a garage sale.
There is.
No, there's
It's
not.
called haggling.
Yeah, it is, and you're
His prices were on pieces of masking tape, handwritten. It's not like we're at a fucking store.
Well, I've been very firm at yard sales before, but this was also when I was 9 selling baseball cards at the corner street, and someone tried to offer me $3 for my Bo Jackson, and I wanted 5. All right, where money's a little bit different at that point. But all I'm saying is, a yard sale is a private business, and you are free,
Fuck him.
You are free to stay firm on your beliefs that your shit's worth $4 a thing, and
I
not $3.33.
guarantee you he ate those.
Ate him? Why would he eat them? Was he fat?
He didn't sell them.
Oh, okay. He kept them? Well, maybe for the next sale, man.
The whole point of a garage sale is, hey, I got too much shit in here. I need to get rid of it.
Maybe if someone came by and said, "Hey, man, I got."
Hey, whoever you are on Woodsong, fuck you.
This guy came by.
I'll never
like,
come to your garage sale ever again.
What day was this? Saturday?
Friday.
Friday. Okay. Well, the yard sale lasts till what? Sunday?
Sunday.
All right, so maybe some guys like, man, I got $12 for you Sunday if you keep those. But if you get rid of them beforehand, cool. But otherwise, I got $12 coming for you
First
Sunday.
of all, they weren't on display. They were sitting on a fucking corner against a backpack.
Oh.
It's not like they were, hey, look what I got, shadow box.
You got the off the menu yard sale shit? And he
This
wouldn't
is
give you a
shit that
deal?
was just laying everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, the good stuff you put on a table up front. The rest of the shit just kind of sits around.
I feel like
You go
this
through,
guy
you
didn't
pick
have
it.
much good stuff.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had good stuff. He very well could have, but he pissed me off so much I fucking left. I will not patronize your fucking yard sale. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you're just as crazy for getting upset about the $2 as he is for not taking the $2.
These were perfect for what I needed.
I'm just saying. Yeah, you know, you go procure another $2. I know you
him.
just got money.
Out of principle, I'm going to pay $20 a piece at Hobby Lobby for these now.
That's some shit I would do.
And I got no fucking choice. But I do a lot of shit on principle.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm in anger therapy.
Me too. I should be. Fuck you. And your fucking garage sale, you cock.
Yeah, you fucking son of a bitch. Well, I don't have the vitriol really that you do in mine.
Mine pissed me off.
Not really. Fuck you to anyone that cares what the president's relatives are up to. The Hunter Biden shit, I'm so sick of hearing. Who gives a shit? There's so many good reasons to hate Joe Biden. So many. He gives you some more every fucking day. The guy has to wear sunglasses when he gives speeches so when he doesn't get surprised, he doesn't look so crazy. I don't give a fuck what the relatives are doing. I don't care if fucking,
But Joe was covering for him during all this shit.
There was no cover.
He was in on it.
There was no cover.
He was getting paid for...
They've never proven any of this stuff, and it doesn't
No,
matter.
That's why people are on it.
My point,
I don't care if his uncle wears a dress. I don't give a fuck about that. But if your son is getting paid millions of dollars to be a consultant and you're the one that fucking procured all this...
But he didn't.
Well, that's what
There's
they're
no
saying.
proof
though.
of it. There's literally, they just brought someone to the grand jury the other day as business partner, which tried to throw him under the bus in other ways. He told exactly everything. He would never do it. They said that like Joe would call him every once in a while and talk about the weather, and he put him on speakerphone.
But what I'm saying is whether he did it or not, and I'm not an expert on either because I
You
wasn't
don't
there.
think that
My whole point is that's why people are talking about it because they think Joe had something to do with it.
You don't think that every president and every politician's kid doesn't get shit because they're...
Of course they do.
Who gives a fuck? These are not important issues. That's all I'm saying. There's all sorts of horrible shit going on in our country and throughout the world. And a lot of it you could put on Biden right now. He fucking sucks as a president.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck what his kids are doing? There's legitimate shit to go after. I don't care if his son's sitting in the fucking Oval Office shooting heroin up his butthole. It does not affect the country. Who gives a fuck? I want a president that actually gets shit done. And if he gets shit done while he's getting a blowjob, good. It's getting done at least. We care too much about the minutia. That shit's not important. We want a country ran well. We want the corporations not to run our fucking country. We can all agree on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We want law and order to a certain extent, but we want the police also not to be complete assholes. We all have a lot of different things. None of it have to do with the fucking politicians' relatives and what they're up to. They've all been up to shit. Always. Why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? If your dad has a lot of power, wouldn't you use him to try to get something too? Of course. Everybody does. Yeah. As long as they're not calling up the president and going, hey, can you get this passed if I become friends with him? Then we got problems. But there's no proof of that. All this guy did, all they're basically saying is this guy got business dealings because his dad was Joe Biden. Duh. Fucking duh. He was a cokehead. How else is he going to get anything done? Duh. So does Mitch McConnell's kids probably. So I guarantee every single president's kids have gotten jobs because of who their father was. You know what I mean? It's not a big fucking deal. That's the way kind of business works in general. We know people up high in the corporate ladder of other kind of businesses where their kids get fucking world handed to them because of who their dad is. All right? It's just part of that culture. We shouldn't haggle on that when there's so much we can fucking get them at. Instead of every time something happens, you go, well, was Hunter Biden up to? Did he have cocaine in the White House? Point out some dumb shit that Biden's doing for real life events.
Yeah.
We're focusing on the bullshit, and fuck you for caring about that kind of stuff. Let's focus on real shit and actually get a good government that works for everyone and not care what their fucking douchebag kids are up to.
Oh, one quick
it's not important.
I agree with all that. One more quick fuck you. Fuck you to the morons in this country that I still can't believe, really can't believe this happening, but literally every time Donald Trump gets a new indictment, his poll numbers go up. What the fuck is wrong with this fucking country?
Yeah, whatever.
It's like, fuck yeah, he's got another charge? Are you fucking insane? Whether he gets acquitted of all of this bullshit, whether none of it matters in 5 years from now, the whole point is, he gets more support every indictment he gets. Are you fucking crazy people? What if some of these are true? What if they're accurate? What if he did it? And you're saying, okay, I'm glad he did it. You're glad he fucking did a bunch of shit that he's not allowed to fucking do. I'm not saying he did. All I'm saying is the fact that you jump on the bandwagon because he got indicted for more bullshit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Donald Trump is the greatest cult leader of our century.
That's exactly
and that's all
what he
there
is.
is to it. He is the great. I mean, and I'm not comparing his actions to Hitler. I'm not, because they're not. You know, that's not Hitler level shit.
Jim Jones?
But Hitler was the greatest cult leader of that 100 years, of the 1900s. All right? He was the greatest cult leader.
There was differences, though.
I'm not saying they're the same cult, but it was a cult.
Yeah,
we can't deny
well.
that. And then he got people to do some irrational shit. His shit was a lot worse. And I don't know if you could get away with that kind of shit in the connected world that we're in today.
Well,
you know
his
what I mean?
shit was, I'll kill you if you don't agree with me.
No, I don't think you can do that these days. I don't think that kind of government is possible anymore. Not with everybody connected by the internet and just news flowing so freely. It just doesn't get to that level. You know, Hitler's shit was so underground for the most part. By the time it got to that level, the world didn't know. And then all of a sudden it's there and you're like, oh, fuck, we got a bunch of Germans that are just killing people, huh? This is going on. All right. You know, your everyday average person didn't know shit about that.
You know what
Nowadays,
I didn't know?
everybody's so connected, you can't do that. But what I'm saying is I think Trump is, so far, you know, we got another, 70, 80 years or whatever left in this 100 years. So far, Trump's got it, man, because he sat there in front of everyone and said, I could kill someone in Times Square and people would still love me. And he hasn't done that. But he's done some fucked up shit, and they still love him, if not love him more.
But
so
what I'm saying,
he's good at what he does.
Not a rant against Trump. I'm not a Trump
whatever,
guy,
I
but
don't
if
care.
you are, whatever. But the whole point is to openly jump up and fucking jump on the soapbox when he gets another charge added to him. Either you just think, hey, all this is all bullshit and he's never fucking done it, or you just honestly don't give a fuck what direction this country's headed to. Either way, fuck you. But you know what I did find out when we were talking about that? I watched a fucking documentary on World War II, and I actually learned something I never knew. Did you know that fucking Hitler, his original plan wasn't to round up all the Jews and kill them? Originally, he wanted to take every Jew and exile them to Madagascar. Swear to God.
They got beautiful animals there.
But they have nothing else. He just wanted to dump them all on this
he just
fucking
wanted
island.
the Jews to go.
And then, hey, this isn't a feasible plan, so we'll
let's
just
kill
kill him instead.
Yeah.
But I didn't fucking know that. I guess I was never taught that in school, that he wanted to, I was taught
that option one, where he's going to ship them to Madagascar?
Yeah, just fucking dump them off on this island away from the fucking world and say, yeah, good luck. And most of you will die until a few of you do get some houses
you know,
built.
if given the choice now, what do you think they would have took?
Madagascar.
Yeah, I think they would have went with Madagascar. They would have had a chance at least.
Yeah.
You know, some other countries might have heard that this was happening and helped them out. You know what I mean?
I've got some friends there.
I don't know what that is.
Irving's a Jewish name. I got some friends in Madagascar. They could set us up with some stuff.
No one thought that was funny.
I did.
I know. That is.
All right, but the whole point is I didn't know that was the goal.
Well, you got an extra fuck you in, so I'm going to get an extra fuck you in. Fuck you to whoever was working the night shift at Wendy's last night on Red Bank Road, all right? I went across the street. I got some Taco Bell for myself. Excellent job over there at the Taco Bell. That was delicious.
Yeah.
I go across the street to get my wife fries. Taco Bell doesn't have any fries. She needs fries. She don't need anything else from fast food restaurants besides fries. I go across. I sit in fucking line for like 25 minutes as this lady goes back and forth arguing, it looked like, with the person in front of me. There was only two people. It's not like they were super slammed.
Yeah.
All right. Arguing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't know what's going on. I see a lot of finger wagging and shit. That person finally leaves. I pull up. The bitch takes my card, scans my card, gives me back to it, comes back 10 minutes later with my food and says, that'll be $6.59. I'm like, I already paid you. Oh, it didn't go through. I need it again. No. Like, I don't believe you at this point, you fucking weirdo. Like, what took 15 minutes to get these fucking fries to begin with? But, you know, at this point, I've literally spent like 20 minutes in the Wendy's drive-thru, and I ended up not getting any food. And who knows, they charged me. I didn't even check my bank statement. But fuck you anyways, you fucking whore.
I hope they did, because then you'll get all kinds of free stuff.
I don't want no free Wendy's. It's fucking, ugh. All right.
Fuck the garage sale and fuck everybody.
Yeah. And fuck. Yeah, fuck.
Fuck.
You can kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now. Subscribe and share. Fuck off. Fuck off.